Sean O'Hare will kick it away. And a touchback, and Dylan Raiola will start.
And now they have a firm relationship going into this season.
The star running back is Emmett Johnson, and he gets the first carry of the day, and it's a big one.
He's trying to find the right combination to keep Dylan clean.
Back to the run game for Johnson, weaves his way through a couple more tackles, and back-to-back first downs. Last week, this Maryland defense had to face Jonah Coleman, and they get another dose of a really good back. Look at the dancing from Johnson.
They like to get after the quarterback and create negative plays.
Raiola to throw for the first time, and it's Ja'Cory Barney, one of his favorite targets. Isaiah Mosey is the back, and Raiola can't quite connect.
They're excited to get back on the field today with a chance to bounce back.
Second down, and Mosey gets hit immediately and brought down after a short gain. Levant. Emmett Johnson back onto the field for this third down. Raiola gets it out quick. Barney, the playmaker, makes a man miss and gets knocked out shy of the line to gain. Raiola. And he'll get it. And he gets stopped. The Maryland defense rises to an early. His defense got a fourth down stop. He's going to keep it on the RPO, and that gets stuffed immediately. He's in the game right now to his right and going in motion for Washington to throw it out to Jaleel Farouk, who's been a yak machine this year, who is not here with the team, missing his fourth straight game with injury. Third down for Washington, and that is snagged by Octavian Smith, and a first down, a big conversion. That's Shalik Knotts, and not much going on there.
Look for Malik to pull it and dump it onto the outside.
DeJuan Williams stumbles down. That play was Washington checks down Fleming, the tight end, and he gets stopped about 5 yards shy, and it's fourth down. Washington will run it, and looks like he didn't get there. We'll see where he's marked. These two programs have ever met, each with a fourth down stop on defense to start the game. Quentin Ives has come in at running back for the first time, and Dylan Raiola is going to throw it and complete it to Isaiah Hunter, who had a big catch and run last week, and he's breaking off another. Hunter is in. What a run! 64 yards for the Nebraska touchdown.
Running down the sideline. It's still on that run last week, guy with one shoe. I think he was top 5 fastest ball carriers on the season. So I'd love to.
Second possession for Maryland, and they start with the run, and DeJuan Williams straight ahead, because that's a reference everybody, you know immediately what a guy is saying when he describes a player like that. Washington, and that play blown up in the backfield. Washington throws behind his intended receiver, Nolan Ray.
He looked unsettled then. Now playing Nebraska, that's their defensive identity as well. Looks unsettled once again.
Now Bryce McPherson to punt it to the very dangerous Ja'Cory Barney, who turns his back on the catch, and now after the U-turn goes nowhere.
I'm scared to guess the trivia. I've been having a rough time with the trivia lately.
Emmett Johnson, who had a couple big runs to start this game, but did get stopped on a fourth down. So I'm willing to give hints. I'm willing to give hints. Emmett Johnson back to the ground again, and this time Jalen Husky comes up. At this moment, though, a third down for the Maryland defense. Emmett Johnson, first down. He is running hard today.
He's a guy that does everything for the offense. He's a great pass catcher, dynamic weapon.
Hunter again, and Hunter cannot make a spectacular catch because he's interfered with. The flag comes in. Dana Holgerson's offense, to that point, Jake, they are not giving this Maryland defense, who's very good rushing the passer, a chance to tee off. Barney with a couple of plays before now a tight end in the game. And he's blocking in front of Johnson, runs right through the hole that Heinrich Harburg, when he arrived on campus as a quarterback, blocking one of the best young pass rushers just a few years later. If only somebody had given Jake Butt the chance. Raiola, all the time in the world, just sitting and standing, and now a flag comes in. He was trying to get it to Dane Key.
Pass interference, defense, number 14. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
And watch him working right there. And
Harburg's going to keep it. running behind a couple of tight ends, and Maryland's defense all over that. Second down after the Nebraska timeout. Pressure coming off the edge. Nebraska picks it up. Dane Key the catch and the touchdown.
He just was in the wrong position.
Pass interference. Offense, number 21. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
There he is on the bottom left of your screen, looking like he's going to run a little bit of a wheel route, and watch as he's trying to break back into the middle. I mean, he just runs right into Glasgow.
You can see Emmett Johnson explaining, I was looking for the ball. My head was turned, so it wipes out the touchdown, and now they're going to set up the screen. Johnson trying to get some of it back, breaks out of the tackle. Wow, and gets 5 more yards after the contact. Kevin Humes, you know he's going to be hard to tackle. Third down. You need to get all the way down to the 3 to pick up a first.
Maybe a double move, otherwise a screen or a draw.
Movement and flags. Well, this drive didn't start.
Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty.
They don't have to run a play before the end of the first quarter, but they will. And that gets batted away. Kyle Cunanan to start this second quarter with a 43-yard field goal attempt, which he makes. After that 10-play drive for Nebraska, time to regroup for Maryland's offense, and Washington's going to pull it down and run. On the first play, he slides.
Football.
Caleb Webb tackled, and it's now third down. Nolan Ray got a good block and a first down. The tight end, Leon Houghton.
Doesn't allow him to substitute or get into some of the more exotic play calls.
3-man rush, and Washington can't connect. At the end of the game last week, the win against Michigan State, Washington gets this out quick to Nolan Ray. He's able to break one and get a few yards to make it third down and manageable here. Washington throws on the run and drops a dime to Caleb Webb. Going. See if that throw gets Malik Washington going. Now checks it down to Ray, who's having a good drive for Maryland's offense. He's been some pressure, and Maryland beats it with the run. There's Ray. He's free for the Terps touchdown.
Gives Nolan Ray some space out to the edge, and he's got the speed to knife through the defense.
Live for Nolan Ray, including that touchdown. Isaiah Mosey with that carry, and Raiola, you see the numbers there in the lower left-hand corner, started 5 of 7 throwing. Attempts for the 8th time today, and this one's picked. Messiah Delhomme.
Look at his eyes. Nebraska's running just like it's like an all-hitch concept, and Delhomme is just sitting there.
Last week, and now it sets the offense up at the 35 for DeJuan Williams. He was a Steel recruit.
It was important. I know it's a devastating loss, but now this is an opportunity to get back on track because the future's certainly bright for the Terps.
Jaleel Farouk in the Wildcat, and he's going to take the direct snap, run into his teammate, and then get piled up. Washington has plenty of time. The headset communication now is cut off, under 15 on the play clock. Gets it out to his back. Williams stumbles and is able to regain his feet and pick up the first. Couple of tight ends in the game. And an extra offensive lineman. Washington gets it out to Houghton, and he brought it down.
About a yard or two of separation. They're taking the lead in this game.
His 6th catch. This is his 4th year at Maryland. And that one was a touchdown, the first of his career. Meanwhile, a big return for Kenneth Williams, breaking the game back towards Nebraska. It's a race, and he finally gets tracked down at the 11-yard line, showing off the speed for Maryland.
Kenneth Williams bursting through the Terps kick coverage.
And it's Ricardo Cooper, look at this speed, who eventually saves the touchdown. And that'll be a huge play for Maryland's defense if they can get a stop here. Just what Nebraska needed after the turnover turned into a TD. Emmett Johnson doing his thing.
Nebraska special teams is one of the #1 things that comes to mind.
Raiola keeps a pass play alive, and now will throw a touchdown. That play was almost over, and instead it's a score. Luke Lindenmeyer.
There, guys, good coverage for the Terps for 9-10 seconds, but in the final seconds,
Buchanan on for the point after. Penalty.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Return team number 40.
the last thing you want to do is have a personal foul penalty to back you up even further.
Instead of starting from their own 25, it's inside the 15. Washington, plenty of time and can't connect. Third down. Williams-Nwaneri bringing pressure, and that ball through traffic and incomplete. Nebraska blocked a punt for a touchdown last week. McPherson able to get this away and try to keep it away from Ja'Cory Barney, who gets bumped, and now a flag comes in for kick-catch interference. 7 pushed in here.
No, he was not.
Raiola, touch, key, and a first down.
And he has Glasser completely fooled.
Emmett Johnson, right up the gut, and another first down. Johnson is 7 yards per carry so far today. Raiola back to the air, back to Hunter, and he's back into the end zone.
Striping the helmet of number 14, Glasser. Look at this ball. One-on-one down in the red zone.
Hunter had 20 catches, 5 touchdowns last year at Cal. He's got 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Spokespeople, you need leaders. And he's really stepped into an even bigger leadership role here as that screenplay, that's what you call a havoc play.
That's
he
right.
creates havoc. And he certainly did there. DeJuan Williams, after that tough collision, is able to make a catch and respond. They snap it out of there, and now Washington looking to throw, and Fleming has it broken up at the last moment. Nebraska declines the penalty for 4th down, and so McPherson will punt it away to Ja'Cory Barney, who today, then Minnesota up next on Friday night, and then Northwestern. Here's Emmett Johnson getting the ball again, averaging 7 yards a carry. Remember last year,
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 98.
Be 7-1 going into November.
here's Mosey getting the carry and spinning and spinning. That's the, by the way, that
To break through that final barrier, and the schedule sets up nicely for the Huskers.
Raiola pressured, throws it up, and it's picked. Another interception.
The result of the play is an interception. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 10. 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. First down, Maryland.
Yeah, guy, that was on the return. Number 10, Cam Rice, as this one plays out. Here it comes. Here comes the D-tackle, Cam Rice, and the officials are looking right at it.
4th personal foul on Maryland in under the last 5 minutes. And after the penalty is tacked on to the end of the return, there is Nolan Ray. Good to see him back.
It would have been legal 15 years ago, but certainly not today.
Washington gets it down to Smith with room to run, and he's got a first down out to the 30-yard line.
I'm keeping an eye on him. I'll keep you posted once I know more.
All right, Brooke, thank you. That is a massive story, of course, as Washington gets it out to Jaleel Farouk, who makes a man miss and gets out across the 35-yard line. And it's Nolan Ray. Nolan Ray, a bolt of lightning across midfield.
One less guy in the box, that opens up the run game.
Maryland with some tempo and out of the reach of Smith. Washington, tough catch from Fleming, and he's got it. Nolan Ray, and he's got the first down. The ball back before the half at this point. Washington pressured, jump throw, Ray, and inside the 30-yard line. Washington pumps and connects again with Fleming, and that's another first down. The tight end fighting down to the 24-yard line. And now Maryland with its tempo and snaps it quick to the sideline. Did Smith get his feet down? Yes, he did. Washington through the hands, maybe outside of the reach, a fourth down. Third down for Washington. Evades and throws, and now it is fourth down. The freshman from Ireland who grew up playing Gaelic football is perfect. Keep it away from 32 if you can, and he'll do that by scribbing it down the middle of the field. And still Nebraska creates a big opportunity and a big return. Good to see Dylan Raiola back after that visit in the medical tent. Pressure off the edge, and he gets sacked by Zahir Mathis. 24-0 by Washington and lost. Meanwhile, Nebraska trailed after 3 quarters against Michigan State, won by double figures. And here's Iverson Howard returning it out to the 25.
And not let that other side, that chirping, get the best of us.
All right, Brooke. See how his team received it as they start on the ground with Williams. He's in right now behind Washington in the pistol. And he gets it. And he is eventually caught by the pursuit. Washington, good pocket. Cuts it loose, and Punchnotz with the catch. Nebraska had not given up a pass play. They'd only given up one pass play of over 20 yards coming into the game. That's the third for Maryland today. There is Knotts again. Catch and run across midfield. Now there's no one right. It's almost like good pocket. And another completion with Fleming. The result of that play was a first down to Dorian Fleming. So Maryland first down out of the locker room, keeping the ball moving to Williams. A first down down the sideline. Throwing the ball, they're 7 of 11. They've converted 6, which is good. And now back to Williams. Now what a drive.
Much more balanced today. That was a big point of emphasis for Pep Hamilton.
Play clock is low. Washington, mobile, first down, and he had the ball come out, and Nebraska took it away.
Let's see, there goes 97, Keona Davis in pursuit. Oh my.
Oh.
I think that's 37, Donovan Jones coming in and putting his elbow on the ball.
After review, the runner was down at the half-yard line prior to the ball coming loose.
So many great looks at that, and we agree, right call made. That's what Mike Pereira said. And so now here's the Terps with Williams into space. DeJuan Williams. Touchdown. Brooke, what a physical game. It matches what we've seen on the field. Emmett Johnson, fresh legs, takes a big hit. Quick throw, and there is a first down. Well caught by Hunter. Nebraska bringing some tempo and movement. Unfortunately, a little too much tempo. Looked like Luke Lindenmeyer, the tight end. He's looked really good in so many spots, but the 2 picks have been critical. They've both led to points. Here's an inside throw to Mosey, and that gets 2nd and 14. Mosey gets it again. And he gets some of that penalty yardage back and a little more. They bring 3 with a spy. Delayed from Stewart. There's Mosey, and he's able to get the first down. Tough, but the 2 interceptions. Quickly out of his hands, and that's Keenan Smith. Raiola throws his 3rd interception of the game. Dante Joyner brings it all the way back. A touchdown, 3rd pick of the day for Raiola. Back to Emmett Johnson, and he breaks out for a first down and developing. But you know, for Ted Monachino, a guy who spent a lot of time in the NFL, didn't you get the sense when we talked to him, Jake, that he really valued the opportunity to be a part of a player's growth, and then to see it immediately has to be rewarding for that Maryland staff. Johnson. And he gets knocked back, or pardon me, second down. And they'll run it. And Johnson gets upended. Jamari Glesker with his second big play of the day. Now here's Archie Wilson on to punt for the first time today. And send it back to Jalil Farouk. And the true freshman back out for the Terps. And to the ground they go for Nolan Ray. And another good chunk for him on first down. Couple of tight ends, 3 tight ends in the game. Back to Nolan Ray, and he churns for a first down. He's carried the ball as many times. Ray again. And another good first down run of 5 yards.
Yeah, you just felt like they got away from it in the second half, and there's what we're talking about right there, is just winning at the line of scrimmage. He said that sometimes in the RPO, you pull the ball and throw it, and he wanted to make sure that they didn't have an even opportunity to do that this week.
Well, Iverson Howard picking right off where Nolan Ray left, and it's another 6-yard carry and a first down.
Just watch this. Just go right down the line right here. This is just day one football. Look at the double teams. You know, and because of the space there on the Nebraska defensive front, at some point here, guy. Eventually, I'll be right?
Oh, you played, you know, I know you know. We'll get to this in a second. First down. And here you go. Okay, you are right. But what happens when it turns into a run? Even the pass plays are good runs.
First and 10, protect the football and tuck it and run.
6th run. 6th play of the drive, the 5th design run for Nolan Ray. That ends with a 3rd down and 2 for Maryland. Nolan Ray stopped in his tracks. Desan McCullough.
Looks like Nebraska's sending big time pressure.
They gonna get it off? No, they don't. Was there a timeout taken?
Bang bang play either way.
For McPherson. This tough task, keep it away from Barney, but keep it in the field of play, and he does so beautifully. A game they came back to win. Dylan Raiola hands it off. Humongous hole for Emmett Johnson to sprint through.
Right, it's the emphasis for his team on both sides of the football, all 3 phases. Wants him to finish.
Pressure, flag down, and that's going to wipe out this first down catch.
He just
holding. Offense, number 57.
Hold there, get his quarterback hit.
Play action. Space to fire and connect with Hunter's 4th catch of the day. But that is Kevin Humes after a 5-yard. Pressure for the screen. Johnson gets away from Wingate. Cuts back across front of the field. Got away from 2 tacklers there. What a great run.
Man, he is.
Raiola steps up and picks up the first down. Dane Key with the catch.
Never a doubt for Raiola, 1st and 10.
And back to the ground. Johnson, if the first man's brought him down today, that may happen once on a 3rd down on a big. Isaiah Mosey comes in for him now. Raiola gets it out quick. And Ja'Cory Barney got a couple. It might have been with the aid of a penalty. We'll see what this flag.
Offense, number 13. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 2nd down.
Raiola. And Key makes a tough catch. And that looks like it should be a first down. And it.
Their guy by Dane Key.
Nebraska's worked real hard just to get the ball out to the 40. And now that's batted down by Daniel Wingate. Raiola 4 of 5 on this drive. And he's going to give it back to Emmett Johnson. Emmett Johnson just dances his way to the sideline. Husky is the last man there. He allows for help to come get Johnson, who stays on his feet. What a run!
Johnson carries
single inch. But how about the technique? Watch him press the hole right here. That's what sets the block. His offensive linemen must love blocking for him because he makes their job easy. And this is what I'm talking about, the pure desperation. When you think you got him bottled up, when you think you got him tackled, think again.
Raiola lofts it, and Key cannot quite make the catch. Almost spectacular, and good defense there from Glasgow. That's just about here in regulation. Raiola just dirts it. He had a couple guys in the area, Harburg and Johnson. Goal. Raiola on the move, and he gets down to the 5-yard line, and it's 4th down. What do you do here? I feel like they were snapping that ball.
Oh yeah, I think they were.
You're just saying you think maybe.
I thought it was close on the delay of game. Yes.
Okay. Cunanan on for a 27-yard try, and he's got it. Nebraska.
He lost to a good team. So across the board, man, some of these Big Ten teams deserve more respect and deserve to be ranked.
And you think about the flip side, somebody is going to walk out. Isn't it amazing? Someone's going to walk out of here losing this game.
Very true. Yes.
And we'll.
You know, guy, talking about the pain of loss for the losing team here. You feel the desperation showing up in the way both teams are playing.
To the ground, DeJuan Williams, big run, first down, and he slides down across the 40, and let's go to Dave Rebson. Hand off to Williams in a crowded line of scrimmage. He gets maybe a yard.
And then for the middle of the conference here, Maryland, Nebraska, which team is going to emerge? That's the opportunity for this game, guy.
And Michigan playing at USC tonight. Well, the Nebraska fans in attendance making a ton of noise. Play clock is low. And Mike Loxley took a timeout just before the snap. Prolific as it relates to the guys that have come before against this Nebraska defense. Pressured. Pitches it away to Williams to avoid the sack. It gets a couple yards, but it's now 4th down. The Go Big Red chants rain down here at CQ Stadium. Barney will return. U-turn. Well covered. That. Pressured by Fontes. Avoids. Lofts and finds Lindenmeyer. And he breaks out for a first down and more. What a creative play by both. Emmett Johnson's had a big day today, and he's able to get positive yards. You know, sometimes he breaks off 12. He had a great run on the last possession that was huge.
So it's a benefit to Nebraska, the ability to have an open playbook.
Raiola stumbled as he let it go, and still Hunter's able to catch it, and he's down to the 22. Nebraska's gotten down the field real quick here, and now Raiola hands it off to Emmett Johnson. Round is a career high. Raiola looking, and that is caught.
Oh, wow.
Heinrich Harburg. He used to throw it. Football move. He's not going to the ground to make the catch. 105 passing yards for Raiola in this quarter. First down and goal. Raiola, Lindenberg. He got caught up coming off the line of scrimmage, and now it's 2nd down.
Put the ball in the hands of your best playmaker.
Raiola throws into the flat. Caught. Nebraska takes the lead. Dane Key. Washington gets it to Fleming, and he gets tackled immediately. Not much there. Donovan Jones. Washington. Wow. Whoa! Shalik Knott's a first down, and he stops the clock by going out of bounds with 40.
This guy was at high school prom 5 months ago, guy.
Pressure is picked up. Now it gets to Washington, who evades and is able to throw it out of bounds past the line of scrimmage.
Offense, number 7. Lost it down and saw the foul. Second down.
Well, they need to get somewhere near the 35 to get to field goal range. Pressure again. Washington throws too high for Fleming. And now it's third down.
And then cover the second play when Malik leaves the pocket.
Washington pressured up the middle, and he connects. Knott's has got it across midfield. Clock is rolling, and they will take their last timeout before Washington from his back foot. Fleming can't make the play. Deshaun Singleton all over it. And for the second week in a row, Nebraska doesn't do it pretty, but they get a win gritty.
That's a great way to describe this. Just missed the throw.
Hard thing if you're Maryland, you made so many correct. They were so much better than last week. Meanwhile, for